Hi, I'm Michael with Do My Own Pest Control, and this is an instructional video on how and where to apply roach gel in your home. We're going to talk about a couple things today, and one of which to keep in mind is sanitation is a very important part of treating for roaches. So before you apply products inside your kitchen, it's very important that we clean everything out. Empty all of the cabinets and the drawers. Anything that's in there needs to come out. You can put it on the kitchen table. And we need to make sure we sweep and clean and prepare the kitchen for your treatment. So we're going to go over a couple things that have to do with sanitation. Along with treating for roaches, it's very important that you don't want to leave food out to compete with the roach gel that you place in your kitchen. The roach gel is a bait. It is a food for the roaches. We want them to be attracted to the bait. And the only way to do that is to make sure there isn't any competition. So you want to make sure that there's no food in the kitchen left out. You want to sweep floors, wash off countertops. And in addition to food, roaches, like any other insect, have to have water. So we're going to show you how to dry the sink out at night and how to prepare the kitchen for your treatment. Let's look at some of those options right now. Part of sanitation is also making sure that when you go to bed at night, there's no dishes left in the sink. Also, what a lot of people don't realize is that the roaches can go a long time without food, but they have to have water. So it's real important at night all the dishes are out of the sink and that you've actually wiped down the inside and around the sink. You want to make sure there's no little droplets of water. And if you can do that, then the roaches are going to be that much more attracted to the bait. Now you want to sweep and clean thoroughly, and the only way to really do that behind the fridge is to pull it away from the wall. Clean thoroughly behind all appliances that can be moved easily. You don't want to leave any food to compete with the bait gel. Now it's real important that you take everything out from all your cabinets and drawers. Here's a situation where obviously it's impossible to treat under the cabinet that's under the sink. So you got to remove everything. I know it's a pain, but just do it. Once you have your cabinets and your drawers emptied, you want to make sure you clean them out and sweep them out. Any kind of crumbs or anything left in here is going to compete with the roach bait and it won't be as effective. So you want to make sure you clean everything out thoroughly. Now that we have the kitchen prepared for the treatment, we're going to go over how to apply the roach gel. Now the roach gel we sell at Do My Own Pest Control. It comes in many different varieties. They all work very well. They mainly come in two sizes. There's what's called a 60-gram tube. It's a very large tube. It comes with its own plunger and it's basically ready to go, ready to apply. Some of the other sizes that we have are these boxes. They come 4 tubes, a tube like this. This is a 30-gram tube. There's 4 of these in each of these boxes. Some of the roach gels come with what's called a plunger that goes in the end to apply it, and some of them don't come with a plunger. No matter what you order, we always ensure that every order does come with a plunger, so we will supply that for you. We also supply the tips if they don't come in the box. So once you open a box and take out a roach gel like this, it's going to have a stopper at the end so none of the bait accidentally discharged in transit. You're going to unscrew that stopper off of the tube. So you're going to take the tip and you're just going to screw it on. The roach gel has threads to kind of screw it on, just like that. And then you can take the plunger that we provide, put it right in the back, and you apply it just like you're a doctor giving a shot. Now, this method works, but it's a little hard to control how much comes out. So we really recommend that you use our Masterline bait gun. This is a professional bait gun. It's what all the professional companies use. And all you do is take the plunger, slide it right here in the gun, and then you just pump it. It works just like a caulk gun. So the more you pump, this applies pressure and releases the gel. So we recommend using this. It's going to allow you to apply the proper amount of gel fast and efficiently. The other thing that you probably want to do is get a paper towel. Just like if you've ever applied caulk out of a caulk gun, after you do press the trigger and apply it, even if you're using just this plunger, sometimes a little leaks out once you're done applying it. So you kind of want to have a paper towel handy just to clean up any gel that comes out. Now the most important part of applying the roach bait is to make sure you're applying it in the right size. One of the common mistakes that we get from homeowners that call us is everybody wants to apply the bait like a bead of caulk, like this is an actual caulk gun. And what you don't want to do is apply a long bead, just like you see here, in a crack. To a roach, this looks like a huge mountain, huge piece of food. They're just not interested in it. They have small mouth parts. They're looking for small crumbs. So you need to apply the roach gel, and the key you need to remember, the one main thing you need to remember, is to apply it in small dabs in a lot of places. Just put a very small amount of pressure on the gun, and you're just going to apply small dabs about the size of a pencil eraser, no larger. These are typically in a kitchen going to be about 8 to 10 inches apart. So every 8 to 10 inches, you're going to apply a small dab of gel just like that. You do not want to run a bead like this, tiny dabs in a lot of places. Now that we've demonstrated the right amount to place in your home, we're going to take you back to the kitchen and show you where and how to apply the roach bait in the kitchen and the bathroom. So we're going to start treating all the cabinets that you emptied, and we're going to start by placing some dabs in the back corners and on any shelves. Also, you want to get the underside of any shelves that are in the cabinets. And the bottom and top corners as well. Also on any door hinges, it's also a common place for roaches to kind of hide inside the hinge. So you can just do a small dab right on the hinge in all of your cabinets. When you're treating a drawer in the kitchen, you're going to put just a tiny dab in the back corners, in the front corners, and on the slide. We'll demonstrate that right now. Just do a small dab in the back corners. Here in the front corner. You can also do one kind of in the middle of each corner. And then right here on the top of the cabinet. And then here on the slide is an excellent place for roaches to hide. Now where your cabinets are screwed onto the wall, typically there'll be a nice little crack here that you would want to treat. Now this particular one is caulked, which brings up a good point. Once you are done treating and get rid of your roach infestation, it's always a good idea to re-caulk these areas so there's no cracks. But if there was one here, and there usually is in a lot of homes, you would go ahead and just add your tiny dab every 8 to 10 inches along the crack. Also underneath the cabinet, the same kind of crack and crevice would be under here, and you can go and treat underneath the cabinets. So when you're treating a countertop, also the same crack will be right here on where the countertop meets the sheetrock. Again, this one's caulked pretty good, but if you had a bad roach infestation, then they would try to hide behind it if it was open. So you want to apply some gel just on the top counter part. You don't want to apply the gel down on the actual countertop where food might be. So just here on the top, tiny dab every 8 to 10 inches. Underneath the lip of the countertop is another great place to put a dab. Now here we have a microwave that's built into the cabinets. There's a lot of good hiding places on here that you want to treat. Again, any cracks and crevices in between the cabinet and the microwave, this is an excellent place. Under here we have a catch pan for the crumbs and also for the air coming off the oven. There's little cracks here you can treat. Also up here where these vents are on the microwave, and up top where it goes into the cabinet is an excellent place. Now if you have an oven like this where the top pulls off, you probably have a lot of food caught under here, just like this particular oven. You want to make sure you clean all this out, and you can actually apply roach gel not near where the burners are, but along the sides here in the oven, along the front. If you have an oven that doesn't open, if you couldn't open this part, then you can just treat right here along the front where this crease is, also along the sides where it's up against the countertop. Great hiding place for roaches. Now the dishwasher is another common place for roaches. Again, they like anything that has a motor. They like the heat, so especially on the drying cycle of a dishwasher, it will attract a lot of roaches. So you really should pull the dishwasher out from underneath the countertop and clean behind it and underneath it. And each dishwasher just has a couple screws up here that you can take off and then pull the dishwasher out. But you should do that if you can. But once you've done that and put it back, or if you can't, at least you can go ahead and bait. Right up here there's a void in between the dishwasher and the underside of the cabinet. You can bait under there. You can also go down the sides of the dishwasher on both sides. On top of the refrigerator, this is a great place to put some roach bait right here on the hinge. One of the most common places for roaches to hide inside a kitchen is inside the wall void. One of the ways they get into the wall void is through the electrical faceplates and through the light switches. They only need almost 1/32 of an inch of a crack to get back into a hiding place. So you want to take off these outlets. We've already unscrewed them. You take these off, and you're just going to apply just a small dab of roach gel in the corner of each one of these electrical boxes. That way you'll treat any roaches that happen to be inside. Now once you've treated the kitchen for roaches, you're going to want to also come and treat the bathroom. The bathroom is a very common place also for roaches because of the water and the moisture. We're going to show you a couple places to treat, but just like in the kitchen, you're going to want to spray low down around the baseboards in the bathroom and then bait high up in the cabinets and the drawers. Now if you have a medicine cabinet in your bathroom or other shelving, be sure to treat those also. We don't have that in this particular bathroom, but we're going to show you some of the key areas to treat. Let's kill some roaches. Behind the toilet where the pipe goes into the wall is a perfect place to put some bait. Along the edge of the mirror, where the mirror is up against the sheetrock, a good little crack here to place bait every 10 to 12 inches. You're going to want to treat the corners of the cabinet, just like in the kitchen, every 10 to 12 inches. Remember to make sure you get where the pipes go into the wall void. Great opportunity to be able to get the roach bait into the wall void. The hinges of the cabinet. Underneath the lip of the countertop, just like in the kitchen, you want to also do that in the bathroom. Let's kill some roaches.